From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, what a difference a day makes. We're looking at temperatures into the 30s right now, 39 degrees in the Lansing and Grand Ledge area with those clouds. Temperatures still in the 30s and 40s, even down into Jackson and Hillsdale. Satellite radar is showing those clouds, but they're slowly coming to an end. And for tonight, we'll see some clear skies overall for the rest of the night. Temperatures, though, drop back down into the 20s with clear skies. All of the details coming up in just a little bit. 6 News at 5 starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 5.
Mid-Michigan is cleaning up today after severe storms ripped roofs off buildings and tipped over trees and left thousands of people without power. It is our top story today at 5. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones. We have team coverage for you tonight. But first, let's take a look at the number of power outages right now. Currently, we are showing more than 143,000 consumers, energy customers without power. Nearly 10,000 DTE customers are without power tonight, and 212 BWL customers are still in the dark this evening. And while crews work to restore power, cleanup efforts are underway all across the state, with some roads still closed this evening and more than 140,000 customers still without power. Our Zach Priest has been tracking cleanup efforts for us today. He joins us now with a look at how cleanup is going this evening. Hi, Zach. What do you see?
Thanks. Stillman Road right behind me here was entirely blocked yesterday because of this tree that had fallen across and completely blocked the roadway. And the people living here, they tell me that it was forcing cars to try to drive around that tree in this muddy field that you can see here next to me. I don't know if you guys can see all those car tracks there. They say that people were actually getting stuck in the field and multiple people had to actually be towed out. Now the tree has since been cut way of traffic anymore. However, the road is still blocked by a downed power line just a few miles ahead. Across the road. Earlier today, the Ingham County Road Patrol also told me that at least 15 roads were closed, and they said in reality that number was probably much higher. That was as of earlier this morning. Those roads included Aurelius Road in Delhi Township and Jolly Road in Meridian Township, where parts of those roads were closed. Consumers Energy estimates it may take until Wednesday to restore power to all customers, and those living here are also without power. I spoke to them earlier today, and they say that the storm, well, it originally scared them. Now they're just making do without electricity. And although some customers may need to wait until Wednesday, the Board of Water and Light says their customers should have power back tonight.
He went to the store because we can't open the fridge or anything, and he brought back like a couple of packs of bacon and stuff, and we're gonna have lunch on the grill, I guess. Yeah.
Today, the crews will not be going home until every customer has power back, and we're getting very close.
And with so many people without power, the Board of Water and Light also wants to remind people that even if you do lose power, even if it is a little chilly out like it is right now, it's important to make sure that you're heating your home in a safe manner. So everybody stay safe. Back to you.
Thank you, Zach. We move now to Leslie, where a cat rescue organization is asking for the community's help after the roof blew off its newest facility. Nick Simon was there right after the storm passed. He's here for you now with the very latest. Nick?
That's right, Sherry. I talked with volunteers with Saved by Zaid last night who were still dripping wet after working to move all their cats to a safe place. Thanks to them, all the cats are okay, but their new clinic took a major hit. Volunteers were in the process of renovating the building to be their new clinic, but last night's storm ripped most of the roof off, and workers had to act fast to move the cats that were staying on the top floor down to where it was safe. The hole has opened up new leaks inside the building, and even though they've managed to get a contractor to tarp the roof, they're still waiting to see how bad the damage is. Volunteers tell me that this comes at a time when budgets were already stretched thin.
I'm assuming that the roofers don't do this for free. And yes, we do have insurance. We're looking at what that coverage might be. But I guess just keep us in your thoughts and prayers. There's definitely going to be some challenges, but, you know, I'm not afraid to ask for things and ask questions and reach out.
Saved by Zaid has talked with the insurance company since the last time I saw them, and they expect their share of their repairs will be between $12,000 and $20,000. We have a link to those fundraising efforts up on the Scene on 6 section of our website. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Nick. And Potter Park Zoo is closed today as crews clean up after the storm there. Thankfully, zoo officials say the damage is minimal. All the animals are safe, and the zoo is expected to reopen tomorrow. Well, as always, be sure to stay with 6 News on air, online, and on our free app, 6 News, as we continue to follow the damage and the cleanup from Sunday's severe weather. Meantime, thousands of people are dealing with power outages up north after that major ice storm hit the region there. Ice is covering the region, bringing down trees and power lines. Governor Whitmer has declared a state of emergency for the 10 counties impacted by this ice storm, and that's all to help with resources and recovery. So by declaring a state of emergency, the governor has made available all state resources in cooperation with local response and recovery efforts in designated areas. The declaration provides that Michigan State Police, Emergency Management, and Homeland Security coordinate all state efforts. On the national level, President Trump has declared April 2nd Liberation Day. That's the day he says he's going to put in new tariffs on countries around the world that tax American-made products. The president says the move is needed to help American companies, but consumers are worried they'll be the ones to pay the price. Nicole Skanga is here for you with the latest from the White House.
President Trump is preparing to announce a new round of tariffs on imports, pushing back against countries with their own tariffs on American-made products.
You'd start with all countries, so let's see what happens.
The president is set to announce the reciprocal tariffs during a Rose Garden event on Wednesday. And that's just one part of new trade policies taking effect this week. Thursday, the U.S. begins a 25% tax on all imported vehicles and auto parts.
The people that are going to make money are people that manufacture cars in the United States. Outside of the United States, that's going to be up to them. I don't care too much about that.
Trump administration officials say the new tariffs will bring in more than $6 trillion over the next decade.
It's time for reciprocity, and it's time for a president to take historic change to do what's right for the American people, and that's going to take place on Wednesday.
The president insists companies, not consumers, will be hit with the import tax hike. But in a new CBS News poll, 72% of those surveyed say the tariffs will result in higher prices in the short term. Nearly half say that will be true in the long term as well.
We've had people make very quick decisions to buy a car because they're concerned about the tariffs.
The Trump administration says the taxes are needed to bring manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, the White House.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, we have some quiet weather in the forecast for the next couple of days, so it's going to be a good time to do some storm cleanup. As we're looking outside, we're noticing that it is some cloudy skies with some quiet conditions overall. And we're also going to notice a big difference in our temperatures. Yesterday, we were seeing temperatures into the 50s and 60s. Today, we're only into the 30s across the area right now. Yes, we saw the 50s, but still, it's still a very chilly end of our day today. As you can see on our Grand Ledge Network camera or Skyview Network camera, we're seeing those gray skies, temperatures into the 50s today, but still it was a little bit chilly, seeing temperatures into the 30s right now. Even down into Jackson, just some gray overcast skies, and we're going to continue to see those temperatures into the 30s. Final stop in Hillsdale. Looks like we're trying to get a little bit of some clearing here or there, but temperatures still into the upper 30s to low 40s area wide. Looking at our satellite and radar, we are having some of those clouds moving in. Those are going to continue to move out of the area, giving us some clear skies for tonight. Zooming out, we can see that we do have those clear skies well off to our west. In fact, over parts of Wisconsin, they are dealing with some clear skies, which will eventually be moving into our area. As you can see, overnight tonight, we'll have clear skies and beautiful skies for tomorrow, so get out and enjoy the sunshine because it's going to be short-lived. And then those clouds start to move in tomorrow night into even Tuesday, even into some of Wednesday. That is before we have another round of weather to talk about. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. For tonight, we'll see temperatures back down into the 20s with those decreasing clouds, 23 degrees, so it's going to be a chilly night tonight. Then as we head into the day tomorrow, sunshine, and we'll see those temperatures back into the 40s, still a little bit below average, but still plenty of sunshine in the forecast. Now, as we head into Tuesday night into Wednesday, we do have a warm front moving in, but initially we could see some snow showers moving in, especially during the morning commute. Then as we head into the afternoon and evening, we do have to talk about a little bit of some severe weather, and we could even see some damaging winds, strong, large hail, and even the chance for a tornado or two here or there. So very similar to what we saw yesterday. This is for Wednesday. In fact, we're now looking at severe weather outlook. Most of the area from I-96 points south are in that level 3 out of 5 for severe weather. Points north, we're still into the 2 level, or level 2. Again, that is for all threats in play for some strong to damaging winds and even large hail and possibly a tornado or two. So keep an eye on the forecast as we move throughout the next couple of days. We do have a weather aware day for tomorrow because of this threat for severe weather. So just be aware of the forecast over the coming days to keep an update on that. But after that, we're back into the 50s and 40s and even into the 30s overnight. It's going to be a little bit of a chilly start to the month of April.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, how going out this morning, we said, whoo, it's a little bit chilly out here.
I know last night I slept with the window open, and it felt really good to have it open, but this morning, needed an extra blanket.
No kidding, a busy day in the Weather Center yesterday.
Yes, it was, definitely was.
All right, thank you, Kelsey.